Hey guys, it's your Aussie Gamer here, and today I'll be covering a very interesting topic, and that's if Forza Horizon 5 has got a graphical downgrade since E3. So, let's get into it. Now, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel for more Forza Horizon 5 news and gameplay, then make sure you do. If you have subscribed, you are seriously awesome, and if you haven't, that would be greatly appreciated. Starting off, I want to backtrack all the way to Forza Motorsport 5. You'll see why. When this game was announced alongside the Xbox One in 2013, they provided gameplay that seemed like an immense graphical leap compared to the past titles. But when it came to launch, something was off. The game just didn't look the same. With these old comparison images I was able to dig up, we can see that the E3 build was much more complex than the retail version. We lost additional light passes, higher refraction, and more shadow detail. The backfires also got muted. This other comparison image shows that we had much more detail on this E3 build, where you can see a mechanical latch and wires protruding off the wing. There was also a highly detailed shadow bouncing off the wing and onto the car, highlighting these components. Again, when it came to the retail version, we lost this detail. The reason we saw this was likely due to system stability, or even the developers using a console more powerful than the retail Xbox One. So yes, even Forza is guilty of showcasing builds that we never got to use. Heck, most games announced at E3 are downgraded. It's just something that happens. So, you've probably seen this image floating around where it compares the E3 gameplay from June against a screenshot from September. This later image originated from the Nature Sounds video from Forza, where it jumps to different biomes and lets us hear the on-location sound recordings. On the surface, this later image seems to have lost a large amount of foliage density and decreased shadows. The water also seems to have been scaled back in reflection quality. Both these images are in the exact same biome. Now, does it look like it was scaled back? Yes, but it's not as simple as it seems. With this E3 gameplay, these locations weren't picked on random, but the whole presentation was strategically planned to make the whole world look the best as it could. The difference in the latest screenshot is caused due to multiple things. Firstly, this is actually a different location. This one also looks to be taken with the in-game photo mode. And if you've used this feature in past titles and zoomed in on something from afar, the detail on that area doesn't increase, it stays the same. We also don't know if this was captured on the Xbox One, Xbox Series consoles, or PC. We also don't have info if the settings have been scaled back or were the highest. There are many variables in play that makes this not so simple to judge. Now, if we actually look at the screenshots in this Nature Sounds video, we can spot that some have higher graphical fidelity and others are lower, similar to the Canyon one. Comparable to before, the lower detailed ones were probably in photo mode and possibly on a lower spec system with decreased graphic presets. The higher detailed ones were specifically created to look as best as possible from Playground Games. This is like any past Forza game. For example, let's take this official screenshot from Forza Horizon 3. It really highlights all the details in the map and cars to its best ability. And here's some photos I've taken in game. They look great, but does not have the same polished feel to it. The next thing I want to talk about is this select piece of gameplay from the recent Let's Go Episode 8 livestream. When the Peugeot 207 Super 2000 flips over, we can see the underside of the car. Some people have jumped to conclusion that the detail from under this was scaled back. Like with the photos before, it's not that simple. In real life, built-up rally cars have large underbody protection. This means we can't see the likes of the exhaust, oil pan, differentials, and a ton more. It's meant to be like this to protect the car from large jumps or other debris on the road. So when the Peugeot is flipped over, this is exactly how it's supposed to look. It was also the same with this car in Forza Horizon 4 for reference. Now, even though I think the game actually hasn't been downgraded, the answer might be changed after release. On each Let's Go episode livestream, creative director Mike Brown states that the game is a developer build, so there may be differences between that gameplay and what we actually get. We will have to see though. And worst case scenario, if it is downgraded, I actually won't be that mad. Why is this? Well, it'll mean that it should run smooth on PC, which is what a large amount of the community is using to play on now. So there you have it, my opinion if Forza Horizon 5 has indeed been downgraded. If you want to see more from me, then make sure to subscribe. I'll be covering more news and gameplay, so stick around. Anyway, I'll catch you later, and peace.